Hi, I'm Christine McKay, and welcome to My Craft Studio. Today we have Marci Welcker from the Fallow Field Farm, and I'm really excited because I could tell the minute that you started setting this up that this is right up my alley.
Kindred spirit.
Yes. So explain a little bit about some of the projects that you brought and how they kind of represent you.
Okay, I am a junk girl, total junk girl. I get butterflies when I go to flea markets. And so I am drawn to glass. I've decided today, actually, that I have a lot of jars in my house, a lot of old jars. And so I just wanted to share a few ways that I use them in my house.
Yeah, so let me just ask you real quickly, because there are quite a few jars here. Where are some of the places that you find them?
This jar came out of a shed in back of a house. It was covered in poop. And
That's the best stuff because nobody else will touch it.
Everyone else is like, what? You want
that? You and I are like, yes.
Junk. So I got that there. I just pick them up here and there. This was actually my brother-in-law's mother's cookie jar. So it's about 60 years old. And then I just got this jar at a home store, just one of my little boutiques I like to go to. And the rest of them I've just picked up here and there.
Okay, so show me some of the cool things that you've done with these.
Okay, this one's just, everyone does this, but I just take them and put pictures in them. These are actually photographs from Kristen Fillmore, who I adore. And there's a couple of them that have hers, and this sits on my windowsill, and this sits on my cupboard in my
And it's such
bedroom.
Simple elegance. It's so easy, and you're kind of doing two things at once. You're displaying your jars, and then also you're displaying your photos.
Yes, and I don't like to buy things and then just have them look pretty somewhere.
Yeah.
I want to use them. I want them to be used, and so I like to do that. This one is kind of fun. I had a ton of kitchen stuff, little antique kitchen things, and I needed a way to show them, and it's really hard to pose, a potato masher or something.
Yeah.
So I just made like a little collage in there of different.
I think that is so darling, and it does kind of take it off the wall because I can picture actually my grandma with all of her Jello molds and hanging on the wall,
and big fork and spoon.
Yeah. I'd actually love to have my hands on those right now. But this is such a fun, unique, different way to display it. So you kind of think outside the box, right?
Yes.
And into the jar.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. There you go. These are kind of fun. I picked up a whole bag of Jello molds at the Farm Chicks Antique Show one year and wanted to put them somewhere, so this just sits on a shelf in my kitchen, and I love silver, so I have a collection of hammered aluminum trays, and they sit on there with that.
So when you go to these shows, Marci, are you looking for something in particular? You're like, I want silver, or I want molds today, or is it? I mean, do you have like certain things that you're actively collecting?
I'm totally a hoarder, so I will decide I want aluminum trays. I buy every aluminum tray I see for 6 months, and then I don't ever buy another one. So I used to, when I was younger, I would just buy whatever, anything that looked cool to me. And now that I'm getting a little older, I try to really say, okay, where would that go in my house? And do I really love that, or am I just, is my hoarding thing kicking in?
I think that that's the key, is because I kind of do that too, because I love picking up stuff that I kind of have this rule now that it's like it either has to have a place to go, or I have a overflow. But if I haven't touched it in 6 months, then I have to give it away. So it kind of forces me to do it. So over here, I see you've just kind of got some potpourri.
Yeah, this just sits just a good smeller thing in my bathroom. This is one of my favorite things. I just did some chalkboard paint on the front of it, and it's my nightlight in my bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. It's totally, it's one of my favorite things. And then I buy handmade soap because I have 2 little girls that have sensitive skin, and it doesn't come in packages, so I just put it in there, and we put it in the cupboard, and it stays good. And
so I think that is darling, and I'm kind of sensing a theme with this also, is that it has a practical purpose as well, so that you can display it, but it also is not taking up the space of something else.
No, I live in a tiny house. We have like an 1,100 square foot house, so every inch of our house matters. And so I am really careful about things. My antique suitcases have stuff in them, and things that I bring in, they have to pull their weight. you can't be in my house if you don't pull your weight. So
I love that. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If somebody said to you, oh my gosh, I wouldn't even know where to start, I wouldn't know how to do that, what would be just some quick tips that you would give our viewers to get them out of their shell and to at least try?
You know, just buy things you love. I mean, if you see something, there's not one person who can't go to a flea market and find one thing that they just love and buy that thing and say, okay, now what do I do with this cool thing? You know, use it in your house. If you find a cool pink vintage suitcase, I store my kids' clothes that are out of season in a suitcase on top of their shelf. It's just something, I don't know, you can find anything, but buy what you love. Don't just buy something to buy it. Buy something that you think.
I love that.
Cool.
So because you want to be able to look around your house and it needs to make you smile. It needs to make you happy and express yourself.
Like I said, with as small as our house is, everything in my house, it matters to me. And I love old things because they have a story and a history, and I love history and I love old things, and I love to talk to old people. I just am an old thing person, but
an old soul.
I am. So
Okay, I love that. All right, so something exciting is you teach classes and art workshops. So tell us a little bit about where people can go to find you, or upcoming events maybe that you're having. I have a blog. It's fallowfieldfarm.blogspot.com, and we do a marketplace in the fall every year. It's awesome. It's so much fun. And I have a lot of great vintage antique dealers and handmade, and I only allow either vintage or handmade there. And it's an awesome day. It's really fun. So we do that in September. All the information on that is on the blog. And I'm also just starting workshops, so I'm super excited about that. I'm going to try and do a few a year. We're doing one here pretty soon, and then I'll have another one in the summer, and then another one at Christmas time. I think that something like this is amazing, because I think kind of the concept, as we were talking off air, is it really that the art speaks to your soul, and it really is more than just putting a jar in your house or putting a painting on the wall, and it is about something about being happy in your space, and there is something that it does, right? Yes, oh, for sure, and I think women need to realize that everyone is an artist, and it doesn't matter if it's hanging things on the wall, or if it's painting, or if it's cooking, or there is an artist in every woman, and I think it's important that we realize that and that we connect with that to each other. I love that. Okay, now for the part that I know you were waiting for. Just so excited. Not even. We're going to play a little bit of rapid fire. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, Miss Marci Welcker, and stores everything in cute places. I want to know, where is the one part of your house that you would be mortified if I put a camera on right now? Where's my sewing room? Your sewing room. Okay. It looks like a bomb exploded in there. So yeah, that would be it. Okay. So next, if I were to dump out your purse right now, what are the things that you always carry with you that you have always got in your purse? Okay, here's a funny story. I am not a real big girl, and I don't have a purse. Oh, that's so cute. So I basically carry a wallet, Dr. Pepper chapstick, and my keys. I love that. I always have those three things. So yeah, and my phone. My phone's in my pocket. Yeah. So. Okay, so last but not least, one thing that absolutely terrifies you. Speaking in front of people. How about cameras? Yes, I hate cameras. The scariest thing, that is really hard for me. That would be the thing that scares me the most. That and spiders. Any kind, dead. I don't care. The spiders, period. Chicken poop on jars is okay, I have no problem with spiders, we can't do. My cabinet in my bathroom actually was covered in sheep crap. And we're good with that. And it's cleaned in my bathroom, so I have no fear of poop. But you know what I love about that, though, is that you can really look beyond, and I think that that's what makes the best junkers, is if you find things, the beauty in it, and then that's what's exciting for us, right? It really is. So you have to be able to look at that thing and go, bleach can cure anything. What can I do with that? Yeah. And I'm a purist. I don't paint everything, and there's rust, and I love rust. It's one of my favorite things. So I love that. Marci, thank you so much for swinging by, and I know that I'm kind of thinking I might come to one of your workshops. I usually get kind of nervous about things like that, because there's always that competitive nature, but I'm really excited about some of the things you've been able to share with our viewers today. And for more information, you can check out Marci's blog, and you can join us next time right here on My Craft Studio.